Hello, 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 and welcome to Conversations with JR. Wherever you are, if it's morning, night, and noon, I am sitting here in my room in Vegas enjoying this beautiful weather and enjoying a break. However, I need to come and talk to you about what's been going on out there in the world according to Mr. Will Smith. So let's just get right into the conversation. I have a question for you. Why is the black community taking sides, either supporting Will Smith or supporting Jada? For that shameful moment during the 94th Oscars. First of all, did anybody pay attention to what was going on that night during the Oscars? Did you really pay attention? If you didn't, let me let you in on a little something. During the 94th Oscars, the presence of Latina people, Latin people, and African American people, we dominated. We dominated. Our presence was phenomenal. Will Smith's behavior, Mr. Smith's behavior was a slap in the face. I have my notes here, so I'm reading from my notes. Will Smith's behavior was a slap in the face. It was. For all the men and the women who came before us, who battled, who fought through slavery, segregation, Jim Crow laws, beating, burning, lynchings, all kinds of things, having to go in through the back door. When they were entertainers, they had to go in through the back door so Mr. Will Smith can go in through the front door. So why do people think that what he did was okay? You know, our ancestors struggled so that black people can stand, sit, and walk where we are today, and to be acknowledged for our creativity in society. You know, in a society that view us less because of the color of our skin and because of gender. You just pay attention to what he did. People are so busy trying to take sides. We need, as an African American community, we need to come together and stand and band together. You know, people are claiming that Will Smith, especially the women, his behavior is justified because he was defending his queen. Let me tell you a little something about that queen. Yeah, I'm saying it. Let me tell you a little something about that queen. No, he was not just defending his queen, because a true queen would have held him back. A true queen would have laughed that off and dealt with it in private. A true queen does not allow her king to be disgraced and that for his name and reputation to be dragged down in the mud. That's what a true queen does for her king. Let's roll back the videotape. Jada P. Smith is a homewrecker. Remember, she's a homewrecker who in recent years has begun dismantling and attacking her husband's manhood. A true queen stays loyal to her king. She does not roll around in the gutter and lower herself to the status of a side chick. Yeah, I said that. The Smith family thrives on displaying how dysfunctional and grimy that they live. People are saying that Chris Rock attacked Jada because she's struggling with alopecia. Were they listening? Were they listening? First of all, when he came out there, he said, Jada, I love you. I love you, Jada. So you should have known that something was coming, okay? Listen, he never mentioned anything about her hair. He never made reference to anything about her hair. He referenced a character in a movie that she looked it like. That's what he did. Now, I say this, and I stand firm, that Chris Rock should have never attacked another man's wife. I say that. I'm going to say that. He should have never made reference to anyone's wife. He's a comedian. He could have made joke about anything else. He went after another man's wife. Now, that slap wasn't about what Chris Rock said or referenced about Jada. It was not. It was about Will Smith's emotional and mental state. And that moment was supposed to belong to him, not his wicked queen. I said it, not his wicked queen sitting on her throne of manipulation. The black community needs to stand firm and condemn Will Smith for his action and not take sides. Let's take a little flashback. I want to give you a little flashback a little bit. 4 years ago, during the Trump administration, the world witnessing brutal, horrible attacks on the black community. Black men and black women were being murdered. They were being beaten. They were being murdered in cold blood. And it was a painful reminder of how little this world cares about the plight of black people. Will Smith publicly attacked another black man. So, what we need to do in the black community, it wasn't a moment of rage. It wasn't a moment of weakness. It was an act of violence. The public cry is that Black Lives Matter, and I'm asking this question again. Black lives matters to who? Does Black lives matter to black people? Look at our behavior. Look what we are doing to destroy our own selves and our own reputation. See, excuse me, I purposely watch the Oscars. I normally don't, but I purposely watch the Oscars to see Will Smith, the actor, Will Smith, the gentleman, take that stage to accept an award, to accept his place again in our black history. He was chosen, he was purposely chosen to play the role of Richard Dove Williams, a black man and father who put the lives of his children first and sacrificed what he did to get his children where they are now without scandal. Okay? I wanted to see Will Smith honor that role and step on that stage and honor that role again in black history. Like those before him, Sidney Poitier, Hattie McDaniel, James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Jamie Foxx, Terrence Howard, Forrest Whitaker, Chadwick Boseman. And now we have someone else that we didn't even get to see, Samuel L. Jackson. After all those years, Samuel L. Jackson took the stage in celebration. Let me tell you what Will Smith did. In the movie industry, in the past, black men have always been casted as gang members and thugs and violent criminals and drug dealers and sex fiends. However, here comes along Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, Dwayne Johnson, Tyler Perry, the Wayans brothers, just to name a few, who has demonstrated to young black men and to our black community positive people, positive role models. Will Smith's action at the Oscar portrayed a real life event on the stage that was once played out in a movie. He became the angry black man. Question to you, Mr. Will Smith. When do you, or how do you, or do you know how to draw the line between being an actor and real life? Instead of celebrating this glorious moment, this glorious movie about these two glorious young women and their father, instead of grace and celebration, we were treated to a clown show. I'm ashamed, I'm heartbroken, and I am disappointed. That's the side that I am taking. And to add insult to injury, and all of a sudden they want to go to the round table. They want to break their silence at the round table. They want to take this to the round table. Hello out there. Can anybody tell them that the damage is done? tell them that the damage is done. The black community should stand firm and demand excellence from the people who represent us. Yes, they are a representation of who we are because we support them. We support them. There is no amount of tears that can erase that moment. It was disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Will Smith was out of control. And his wife sat there. No apology can soothe this open wound. It's now like this big gaping open wound within the black community, and it's dividing the men and the women and the families. It's dividing everyone because everybody thinks that the support of him doing what he did defend his queen. That's not how I want a man to defend me. If I'm walking in the street with my husband or my boyfriend or with a man and someone is trying to physically harm me and physically attack me and he intervenes with violence, that's defending me. That's honoring me. That's defending me. And I would be honored. We can forgive, and it's going to take some time, and we can let go and we can move on. But the world will never let us forget how one black man had one job. He had one job, and that was to maintain his cool, and he failed. He failed. Social media is blowing up. TikTok is blowing up. Everybody has something to say. I have something to say because this is Conversations with JR, and I'm having this conversation with you, and I'm hoping that it's going to take a long time before this dies down, before this blows over. They're talking about taking away his Oscar. I don't know if that's the right answer. I don't know if that's the wrong answer, but I just know one thing, that I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not here trying to solve anyone's problem, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Will Smith needs some help. That whole family needs some help. What Will Smith done was, what he did, that performance and what he did, that was so beneath who I feel Will Smith is. Who he really is. So, this is Conversations with JR. I thank you for joining me for this conversation. That's my side. That's my story. And guess what? I'm sticking to it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and continue to enjoy. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.